Okay, today is very similar then to the day before, except we're solving inequalities that are going to be two-step equations. So if when you did the division of or multiplication of a negative number and you did the adding the opposite and getting zero, and you already did two-step equations essentially. The only thing different between this and equations is this would be an equal sign, but please do not change it to an equal sign because we're not dealing with equalities. So at the end when you're done, it's still not equal to one number. It is going to be an inequality, and it's going to be an arrow, and it's going to go a certain direction on the number line. So if you take a look at this, we want to get to x. In order to get to x, I want to get rid of this part first. You always do the opposite of PEMDAS. So we always did adding and subtracting, or multiplying and dividing last. So we want to do adding and subtracting first this time. We always did multiplying and dividing first, and then adding and subtracting. We want to do the opposite order because we're kind of undoing it, doing backwards. So we're going to add 4. So we're going to add 4 because we're going to get closer to that orange over here of getting rid of that. So we're going to add 4 on both sides. When we add 4 on both sides, this becomes a 0 pair, and we still have 5x. This stays as is, and this is 15. We're not quite done yet because this is now x by itself. We still have the 5 that we want to get rid of. And if you remember, when it's squished together like that, it means that it is multiplication. And to undo multiplication, we do some division. The number I've circled is what we're going to divide. So we're going to divide by 5 on both sides of the equation. 5 divided by 5 is 1. That leaves just 1x or just x. Keep the sign as is, and then 5 divided by 15 is 3. Again, always feel like you can use your calculator at this point, especially when the numbers are fractions or decimals. We're doing easy ones right now for you to understand. The number line here then needs to include the 3, something to the right 4, something to the left 2, and then because of the equal sign, closed circle, because it can be 3, and then it's also going to be on the greater than side. So on the greater than side, you can erase the arrow on that side so we know which way you want it to go. So that's the answer on that one. One other example I have then is when it is a bar for division. But it's still going to be a two-step equation, so the thing furthest away from here will be this. So instead of adding 4, we want to do the opposite of adding 4, which is subtracting on both sides of the equation. This makes your 0 pair. This is b over negative 3 less than 13 minus 4. Well, 13 minus 4 is 9. So now we still need to get b by itself. So this is what's with it. This bar means division. So the opposite of dividing by negative 3 would be multiplying by negative 3. So if I multiply by negative 3 on this side, I need to multiply by negative 3 on this side. When I multiply by negative 3, these will cancel because it's like 3 over 1. They cancel. A negative and a negative become a positive. The b stays, but because I was negative, I have to flip my sign, and 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. So it's because I'm multiplying by the negative 3. Over here, I divided by 5. My sign did not flip. Here, I multiplied by negative 3. My sign does flip. So keep everything in order, and then, of course, drawing the graph on this would be negative 2.7. So here would be negative 2.6 and negative 2.8. This does not have a bar, so this is an open circle, and the sign is greater than, so it must go on the greater side of the circle. So you can erase this over here to be sure which direction you're going. If you think you understand this, you can click next to try some on your own. Good luck.